Welcome to part 3 of ripping this dash apart. Hopefully today goes nice and easy. I'm just going to start taking some bolts out and see where we get. Don't really care too much about the dash itself. I just want all the electronics and the shit behind it. Hasn't been too easy getting this far. There's been a lot of hidden bolts that I haven't been able to find, and shit snapped together when I wouldn't expect it to be. Let's get some tools and start taking shit apart. So there seems to be just a bunch of these. I think there's either 7 or 8 millimeters just everywhere. A couple more up there, some on the driver's side, some down there. So I'm just going to start taking them all out and see what that gets us. Looks like there's another airbag under here. I doubt that's attached to the dash pad, but we'll find out. So start taking shit apart and see where we get. I don't know what this piece is behind the, I guess that was climate controls, but looks like there's 4 screws holding it in, and one of them has the head missing. So the head's been broken off on one. Not sure if that's a factory defect or what, but I'm pretty much out of screws to take out. And this thing's still in there pretty tight, so kind of grasping at what else could be holding it right now. So I'm going to take that thing out, whatever it is. Behind the dash, down by the gas pedal, there's a bolt that's barely holding, probably it's barely started. But those 2 are out. I just don't see any other bolts. Those 2 are out. It almost feels like there's still something holding down here. Almost like it's clipped to the frame right here. Oh, it's all one piece still. There's that panel. There's a sensor up here, clip, and these 3 went into the dash down. And I took this air vent out from behind the shifter here. Okay, that got it away from the windshield, so it's not even clipped in up there. Same thing. Sensor there, clip, clip. And a few more going into the dash. Got it. And it looks like the whole dash is coming out now. So the whole dash is loose. Both sides. Looks like the shifter's in the way now. I took the shifter out. There was one bolt holding the cable in. That one right here. And the whole assembly slid out. Bunch of plugs and the 5 bolts going into the floor. So that freed all this up. I found 4 nuts holding the airbag to the dash pad. There may be more, I just can't see them. In here there's some wires, some kind of sensor. Looks like the wires just clip into the plastic. 1, 2. It's like that big middle one's clipped in too. It was clipped in. So this is all loose. Looks like the key is a problem now. So this side's loose. So there were these 2 plugs into the airbag. This, I think, was a light for the glove box. And now there's a tube it's like a drainage tube. But all the wires on this side have been unplugged. So now we're back to the center console. Feed it through there. Looks like all the wires are tucked down behind the plastic. There shouldn't be anything else holding it. I'll give it another good pull, see what we got. Okay, the OBD sensor, the OBD plug's back here. It's still plugged in. There's still more wires on the driver's side that are attached. On this side we got I think that was the plug for the lights. We got the ODB plug. OBD? Yeah, OBD. Not sure how that comes out, but it needs to. And I guess that's it for this side. We need to pull. There's still wires clipped under here for something. But looks like there's some kind of sensor in the middle of the dash. So I gotta get that unhooked. Okay, I think that wire was just a light sensor. It just went up through the middle. So I got that out. I'm not sure what this is or why it's just hanging. Seems like it should be mounted somewhere, but it wasn't. But the dash is free. Just gotta rip it out now and find some place to put it. And there's the dash. One piece, nothing broken. Have to remember the airbag's still in there. Not sure what else is worth keeping out of that, but it's out. Still can't really get to much. Got to take this frame off, I guess. Got some of that plastic shit out of the middle. See a bunch of wires back there. I don't know what's underneath all that insulation. It's getting there. More frame. The AC lines run into this, so I'm not going to fuck with it too much. Been a few minutes getting everything unplugged and getting shit out of the way. The whole wire harness is up there. I'm guessing that's going to be the ECU behind that. Can't imagine anything else that would have that much plugged into it. And I did find some screws. Not sure if that's just an access panel or if that actually separates the top and bottom of this thing. But I'm going to start pulling stuff out. And it's this restraint control module. It's probably the airbag module, fancy name. Not sure what this is. There's lots of these little things. It looks like a temperature sensor. So I'm just going to start pulling shit out and throw it in the box. Well, I got these bolts out. This thing is still really tight. There's bolts in behind here coming from the front to the back. I can kind of get to one, but I can't get to the other one until the brake assembly's off. I still might need that when I move the car, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I also plugged the ignition back in. There's 2 wires for that. One here and one here. Because I want to get the windows up before I go too much further. Might have already gone too far, but I'm going to at least try to get the windows up. So we'll see what happens with that. So is this going to blow up, start smoking, or what's going to happen here? There's really not much plugged in inside, so a few sparks. Fan kicked on. No smoke. That's good. Is this gonna work? Well, that blower came on for a second. Still works. Okay, that was a success. Disconnect the battery, probably for the last time. So now I think I can get this whole wire harness just to lay on the passenger floor. Get this whole mess out of here, I think. I got the brake light, or the brake switch unplugged. That was no problem. But there's a wire that goes to the back of the steering column. Can't get that unplugged. My bigger problem, I got this set of wires that's wrapped around this bar. It goes underneath the carpet somewhere. That just turned into a new mess. And we got more of those motors over here on the left side of the airbox. I can't get a screwdriver on those until the steering column's out. And the steering column almost looks like it's bolted in from the other side. I'm going to try to trace these wires, see if there's a plug at the other end. Has to be. Next, there's another big mess of wires going back there. Looks like those probably go to the door. Yeah, the wires for the door come in up here, right there. So that's an easy shot once I get that far. Yeah, I'm going to try to trace these wires and get this one unplugged. Pulled this panel off. Straight up, 3 clips. Nothing special. And it looks like this bunch of wires is just a bunch of grounds. So, easier than I thought. Kind of hard to see, but it looks like a yellow plug, which is probably something to do with the airbag. But I still can't get it off. Somehow ended up pulling the wires out of the plug. Not what I wanted to do, but that's what happened. One more thing plugged in here. I have no idea how to get that thing out of there. Maybe try turning it. Can't even start to guess at what this would be. Just the sensor. Whole wire harness for the dash right there. Maybe there's one plug. Can I get that lucky? And it's all out. I say it's all out, but still a harness for this door. But that goes to the back somewhere. Anyway, that's the whole inside harness right there. It was a good day. I pulled this panel off, and the black wire is just another ground. That's an easy pull. I say easy, except I don't have the right size. Let's try this again. So there's that wire. Just a few plugs and this whole harness should come out. Maybe. Or maybe I don't want to do that just yet. So that's going to be the progress for this video. It was a good day. Got all that shit out of there. So I got this mess cleaned up. Just throw all the wires back in there. Deal with that another day. Started pulling some of this shit out. Got the intercooler out. Pulled the tranny cooler off. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.